Hello everyone, my name is the Lego... Shoot. I have not messed up my intro in quite a while, good grief. Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003 and today we're playing some Genshin Impact. Last time we did part 2, I think, of the Tribal Chronicles. So, of course, today we're going to be doing part 3, wrapping all that up. And just kind of seeing where the stream takes us from there. I don't know how long I don't know how long part 3 is. So if it takes us the full 2 hours, then it takes us the full 2 hours. If it doesn't, then we'll figure something else out, I guess. Maybe we'll do Spiral Abyss, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure things out, I'm sure. I'll do expedition stuff later. Natlin? It's right here. I'll do reputation stuff later too. Not right now. That's a possible later thing. Ugh. It is shocking that it's already the 19th of April. Why is this year going by so fast now? Whatever. Okay, I think it's down here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I will say that we sadly did run out of time to wish for Varessa, so we're gonna have to wait and see if she ever gets a rerun. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a lovely day, afternoon, or evening, or whatever you're watching this.
You're here.
Is she asleep? Is she just
It's been a while.
knocked out?
When Varessa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
I mean, Paimon does have a bottomless stomach, so...
Sounds like Varessa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's just straight up asleep.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Called it.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
That's fair, but I don't think starving yourself is very healthy.
Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
You sure about that?
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Thanks, we appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varessa was a key member of that team. Varessa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me
She
that day.
seems so out of
Sorry,
it.
not the point.
It is
There
concerning
were
how
abyss
out of it
tumors
she
all
is.
around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point. Your tribe
Probably,
must
yeah.
be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's
Seems
right.
like a pretty
the
good
Malinese
trade-off.
are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh,
Sounds
so
fair.
there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Veressa go? Wasn't she just here?
I think she was, yeah.
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on
Yeah.
her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
Yeah, but you don't have to
I'll
deal with it for
handle it.
long since I cook for you. Yeah, I can't move. There we go.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Focus now.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on an empty stomach.
Okay, reloading. That was
No
a bad
worries,
idea.
Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Veressa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it.
Yep.
You do know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Oh, for sure. That's why I always
boy.
have something to
been there
drink when I'm
before.
streaming. Because even though
When is the
during
competition
certain
supposed to
streams I
start?
don't talk
I'm not
much,
sure I can wait much longer.
I'm really sorry for that.
One sec. I'll go check.
I still need to make sure that I drink or eat enough to where I have the energy to stream. Otherwise, I am a yawning, tired mess. like I
Let's head to
was,
the venue. The
like I was
food will
yesterday.
be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Okay, where do I go? Over here. Alright, let's see how this works. Also, I wonder if Len's gonna stream tonight. Because I do remember him mentioning that he might do one tonight. Of course, the second he goes live, I'll know. Because I follow him.
So good! Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
I know that he's probably not here because he's probably super tired from work, but I'm just gonna do it the promotion myself. But even though he hasn't really streamed for like a good month, I still want you guys to go follow him in the event that he does stream, because he is amazing. He deserves all of the support.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each?
Whoa.
There's no chance.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Toli.
Whoa. Hold on. Veressa's plate looks completely different
Wow.
than ours.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has two
Okay.
levels. The regular challenge and the Veressa challenge. The Veressa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Veressa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's
Just
been
look at her
able
over
to
there.
finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Basically, yeah, it sounds like it.
Believe me, if Veressa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that?
Fair enough.
Only one
But
other
yeah, not
person
only
has
is Len
come
my favorite
close
streamer,
to
but he's
beating
also
the
my favorite
Veressa
person,
challenge.
so
And that would
very
be the
much go
Pyro
give him
Archon
support,
herself.
because he is amazing.
Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Veressa challenge was still too much, even for her.
Wow.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Veressa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The Speaker's Chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Veressa's appetite in action,
That was
that
that.
was that.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, so... You're saying Malika had these portions, and she just breezed through?
It'll only get harder as the food gets cold.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got!
But yeah, typically I gush about Lennon when I...
Tender,
typically I gush
juicy,
about Len
grilled
when I know he's not
perfection.
here.
It's delicious!
Because it's just much more of a... It's just a funnier bit that way.
Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler! It's amazing! Oh, and this! Alright, that's it. Paimon taps out.
But yeah, like, Even if he was here to witness it, I would still gush about him because he's
And it doesn't look like
just
we've made
that
any
amazing of a
progress.
person.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Does the sore loser much? Jeez.
Let's hear it for Veressa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Phew. Yeah, you can. I was too late.
Well
But yeah,
done,
like on the
Veressa.
zoom out, you can see like how much
job.
bigger Faressa's portion was.
It's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
The difference is absolutely
You
astounding.
actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh, pobrecita.
Nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Aw, don't worry, Veressa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Veressa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
That's still pretty amazing.
There has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard.
Oh yeah, the fruit-flavored
Well,
ones.
that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one.
Fair
I
enough.
think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Probably a good
Tell
idea.
them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a
Hey.
record. Either the
Alright.
contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Yeah, very well could have been both.
Oh, everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom.
Oh.
It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red,
Really?
which is the most common, and green.
Oh, yeah, I learned about that in the special program. I actually don't remember.
There's
Did
not
I
much to
ever
note
react
about the red
special
ones.
program?
Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if
I
you see
think
a
I
green one,
did.
it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told.
Fair enough.
Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
Sure.
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
We'll see. We'll see if I can, if we can manage. Closest. Okay, so I can go here, and then get to the orchard from there. So far, I'm actually kind of liking this Tribal Chronicle. Because it seems a lot more laid back than the other ones. Because with the other ones, it was all go, go, go. And with this one, it's a little more relaxed. Obviously, no spoilers, but
After
still.
that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
I mean, I'm not really much of a mushroom person myself, but
Talk about a coincidence.
so it really is green.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me one sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
I mean, in the special program, we saw that the green ones are a little bit
Paimon's gonna
unique.
pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he
You
said.
mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
Well, that just makes me want to. That
You
just
could look
increases
into
the
it at least.
temptation.
That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger.
Fair enough.
In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
If you're strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth.
Command the truth?
If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the
Yeah,
burden.
we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right. Curiosity can be a bad thing, but what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Where should we
spirit.
start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
The green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Fair enough, I guess.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more receptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That is true.
Then I'll grill some up right away.
Yep, taste is the same.
Notice anything, Traveler?
Nope, no difference in
Just like
taste.
Clarissa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Yep. Something
Finally,
watching us
a
though.
worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Whoa.
Who said that?
That's different.
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Well, seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well.
That's concerning.
Now,
In fact, there is a
I shall
voice.
grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
You talk a big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Fair enough.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Ah, so you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually
Nice by my friend. Hello. Hello, hello.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all
Hello,
this.
Chris.
I see no reason for me to stand down.
How are you doing today?
I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Long time no see. It has
I am the
honestly
sage
been a
lord
while.
of Fungi, serving
I'm doing
you
good,
as a
yay.
as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'm glad.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come
Glad
up
you're
with that
doing all right.
yourself?
You mock my name? Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste.
Oh.
Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point.
What's wrong with me? Are you sure you want me to open that door?
In that case,
Because it's not one that
I
closes
don't know what
easily.
went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall
But
have to
yeah,
table that for the time being.
How the emergency rations doing?
However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you.
I'm not sure how to
I
answer
have
that
all the
question.
answers you seek. As with all seekers of
I
true
mean,
knowledge,
Paimon
all you have
appears to
do
be
is
fine.
prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
From what I can tell.
Green mushrooms right in front of us.
Oh.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons.
You
It
okay
might be
then?
advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
But what if I don't want to? That's a concerning laugh.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket.
Same here.
Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a how is better than him.
I still think a hat was
Do you think
worse.
what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Then again, I'm not entirely sure which is worse. I just wanted to insult the how without consequence. We may not know who he is, but we know he exists.
True. that conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it
For
proves
sure.
these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Which... Who else is here now?
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then.
Depends
Let's make
on
like
what
heroes
you
and
mean
get
by
to the bottom
that.
of this.
Because
So we can
typically
command the
I
truth
stream solo.
And this mushroom.
I don't normally do
okay,
collabs because they're really
That sounded a
difficult to
lot cooler
organize.
in my head.
Even though it says 2 people
We got
watching.
one thing going for us. We've
It's
faced mushrooms
you
before,
and
they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies
a
go.
VTuber I have not watched in a while.
Such insolence!
Oh, there we go again.
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
Let's make him more mad.
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Sure. Let's see if let's see what these mushrooms do. Let's see if they give us an extra life, or did you know for some reason 3 VTubers have viewed my TikTok? Really? That's actually not entirely
Okay,
super
so
far-fetched,
this
because I do get VTubers in my chat sometimes.
Turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Seems like it.
Warrior compliment. Much appreciate.
It talks.
No, bull warrior natural enemy. Eat. Must resist.
Careful, Veressa. This is a kind
Yeah,
of
that is kind of
monster
cool that
from
3
Snare.
VTubers have
Even though it
viewed
looks
your
cute, it can
stuff.
still attack you.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Gather your wits and search for clues. While surely violence is a form of wit.
Mercy, mercy.
Alright, it's crying
Follow the
uncle.
secret.
Let's not.
Everything else, waste. That's all I know.
They're a small one, but still.
Promise.
Fair enough.
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I guess it told us everything it knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole
Yes.
bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Okay, so talk to this one.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
I'm still freaked out by the fact that these things are talking.
Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
Pretty much a riddle master. We're
Enough
good.
chatter. Time
Besides, I have
for my
chat.
question.
Not the strangest thing
Why are
I've
all the
seen.
mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Fair enough.
Man, how are we supposed to know?
That is fair.
Because
Talking fungi
you're
is
his
not the
clones,
strangest
right?
thing that's
I remember him
happened
saying
in this
something
game
like
or
that.
any other.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Also, this one's voice is very, very familiar to me. Is it just me? This particular fungi's voice is very, very familiar to me. Listen to it.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Like,
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
this fungi sounds like a tiny bit like
Does
Morgana
that mean
from
everyone
Persona
in Sumeru is
5.
into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
With like very slight changes, but I can still ever so slightly hear Morgana.
Have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Oh yes, I know.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question.
That's right.
The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual.
Oh.
Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
And that sounds concerning.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms?
I'm not making a single comment on that.
Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
I think you're overthinking
Oh,
it.
good thinking for us,
Maybe.
huh? Let's try and
I
ask the
don't
other
know.
mushrooms.
I just eat.
Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
That is true. Continue investigation.
Hey, there are two fungi over there. Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Okay, ow. I know I look down on myself a
Wow,
lot, but
cool.
jeez.
You green caps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew. And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Yeah. A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously, the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously
Yeah, Marisa
it's the
was
cooking.
overthinking it then.
Did they just give us the answer?
Not willingly, but yes.
Who goes there?
Hi.
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap. Oh,
No, wait, no, disappear! At least explain yourselves first.
Well, we already got what we needed.
We passed the test. Where's the sense of accomplishment?
Goodness knows.
So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all.
We just needed cheeky tactics.
Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
I
That
guess.
sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
So we just gotta turn it up.
Right. That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sound like a plan?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akatl and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call.
Yeah.
It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Fair enough. Alright. Back up we go. You know what, while we're at the totem, we could probably just take care of some of the reputational stuff now, if we can. I mean, we're already at level 3. It'll take like 2 seconds to get to level 4. Yeah, see? Like, already we're at 520. Finishing this will get us to 200. And then, which will already get us to, yeah, after this episode we'll be at 720, and then we literally just have to do one low-level bounty, and we're good. So yeah, we will literally be able to max out our reputation before the version is even over. Yo.
Huh.
Huh. Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
This silence speaks volumes. I decided I might as well re-download Genshin, but oh my, it is slow. Yeah, I mean, depending on how long it's been since you
Yeah,
last played
without your
Genshin,
investigation,
you've missed
who
out on
knows
a
what could have
lot.
Thanks
Like,
for looking
a
into it and for
lot,
collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
I guess it did sound like that.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varessa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now
while.
know something sinister
Yeah,
could be
so
going
you've
on.
missed a
So,
lot
we should do our
of
part to
stuff.
help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of stuff to mess around with.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right?
I know I had to delete it soon
I
after
can do
they
that
were
for you
fun.
right now. I'll be quick.
Was it like a space issue, or like why did you have
All
to
right, I'm
delete
back.
it?
I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Okay, so
Well,
that means you missed
Here goes nothing.
2 areas worth of Archon quests. I don't have that much to catch up on. I will say Fontaine's Archon quest is kind of long.
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require.
Oh, what? Boo.
Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
Do we have to use our
how did it
awesome
go?
fire powers?
Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom!
Hmm.
The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like.
Still, the only way to figure out his goal is to keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me. We should take a look too.
Definitely.
I'll lurk while I wait.
I'm
Alright.
not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Enjoy your lurk.
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano.
That could work.
It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
That very well could
Let's
work.
go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Alright. I actually forgot. Is lurking a command or a dame for me? Yeah, it's a redeem. In all honesty, I keep forgetting what redeems I have, because people only tend to use 3. The Fit Check, the Forbidden Palindrome, and then Booping, which only, like, 1 or 2 people do. I'm gonna start running.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path.
Oh yeah, that would
Their
work,
cores are
wouldn't it?
really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know,
I guess one way to
when
find
you
out.
think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean,
Yeah.
tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice
Sneeze.
talking in their head.
Okay, never mind. False,
Right.
false alarm on the
So,
sneeze.
even if you wanted to investigate,
well.
you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competitions seem to be a thing here.
For us, it doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well,
Fair.
I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get
I like
stronger
that.
so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter
I
how
like that way
scared
of
I feel,
thinking.
I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
I can tell. There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. All right, we should keep looking.
Probably a good call. Alright, so our first idea is those avatars of lava. We get Varessa!
Looks like we can make this jump.
Nope, guess not.
Oh, a falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
No.
Charge?
Alright.
Down below.
Oh, well, that was faster than I was
Done
hoping.
and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Nice.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Yep, let's do it. Alright, so we still have...
Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead!
Whoa!
Headbutt!
Ew.
It's justice o'clock! Look out below! Charge!
Well, it was... Uh-oh.
Oh no, not good. The volcano is acting up again.
Cover. Where can we find cover? Well, I guess nowhere.
Too strong!
What is that?
Ow.
It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is that a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Ow. Nice.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire.
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions.
Ooh.
My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one.
Nice.
This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though,
Fair.
I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right?
Really? It's just... I feel like
Yeah, excuse me.
I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
But you were the one who decided to investigate this case, not your mask.
You had the courage to make that decision, and that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh,
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Yeah.
thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're
Let's get everything
hungry
back to
already?
Tolly then.
Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Let's see. Good. Any premature jumps to speak of right now? 69. Nice. But yeah, after we're done with the Tribal Chronicle, we'll see how much time we have and then we'll do a bounty. Now, not doing bounty yet. We're not doing the bounties yet, later. We're doing bounties later.
We're back, and we found a bunch of stuff to use.
Yay.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
Yay.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
And since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Okay. It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Fair enough.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varessa and her guest of honor.
Yeah,
More or
we'll
less.
see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
Well, it's a quarter of the way downloaded. And who are you taking it? Talking about bounties too? There are...
Let's see what we have here.
In Natlan,
The armor
since
of
there
a
are
first
multiple
shell
different
mountain weasel?
tribes, there are
tell
multiple
me
different
you went to the
reputation
volcano.
systems. So I was talking about doing bounties for the reputation for this specific area.
Well, anyway, we got this in the end.
So kind of just talking to the stream/chat in general, saying
Either
like,
way,
hey, if we have
this
enough
is
time
something
after
special.
this, we'll
Back when I was
do a
training
quick
to be a
bounty
chef,
and
I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces
max
intense
out the
localized heat.
reputation.
It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go. All right, let's go.
Alright. Let's see if this
Whoa,
works.
the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
I think those are spores.
Wait, no, something's not right.
Those are spores. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Just happened? I don't... Huh? Okay then. Something happened. This reminds me
Where are
loading
we?
screen properly.
Where did
Yeah.
everyone go?
I mean,
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
so you didn't feel anything strange?
No. What are you feeling?
Tired, mostly. This must be the Sage Lord's trick, but it's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Oh, I'm guessing that's the words.
Evil
Yep.
jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
Just a bit.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
No thanks. I'm good.
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
Yeah.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles.
No, I'm just
Cherish
extremely
this
stubborn.
opportunity. it may not come again.
I would be glad.
As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place.
I've
The
known that for
gods
years.
wage war against one another. Monsters
Yep.
roam the land.
Check.
Humans live in squalor.
Sounds about right.
But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
That doesn't sit right with me.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
That could serve as fuel for a joke that I can't say out loud because Twitch will be mad at me if I do.
Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish.
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
Yeah.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength?
You want me to prove it to you? Fine. Let's go.
Stand back!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Easy.
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
I've been able to do that the entire time.
Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
Very.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
Very doubtful.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well,
Probably.
what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Yeah, not fond of the plot either. Alright, so this does count as Natlin.
What?
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Well, food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
This still doesn't sound
That's
right.
it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Excuse me?
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Yeah.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree?
Not the
Once you
slightest.
become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to them.
Hold
What
on.
do you mean? What happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation?
Yeah, something had to have
I've woven
happened.
scrolls about the heroes of Natlan, and I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history.
We've been to
And
Sumeru.
we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru. The buildings from your vision support that theory as well.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
If you
Not like I wanted to give it to you anyway.
Stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it.
Oh, not this again.
If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
Here we go again.
He jumped down from here.
Halfway there at a rate of 1 megabyte a second, it'll still take 3.8. Oh my gosh.
There's something wrong.
So
Kevin?
even by the time I'm done streaming for the night, it'll still be downloading. There's something off about his motive.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about.
Probably.
Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too.
Yep.
Through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
I wish I could connect directly to the router like I can with my Nintendo.
He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
Yeah. He must be in dire need of
But
subjects.
why?
Let's go after him and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Alright.
What?
Up.
What?
Oh my jeez. Another loading screen. Here we go again. Whoa. Alright, looks like we're forced to use Tantan. Or Marissa. I don't know why I automatically called her Tantan, even though a lot of people won't get the joke.
Absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
Hurry up, Brassa! Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
No!
Look out below!
When will I likely be on next? Depends on what you mean by on. Like, when will I be on Twitch next, or...
Running late again.
Get a load of this.
Watch out, Marissa!
Don't worry about me. I've got this.
Twitch, next week, Friday.
Ow, ow, ow.
No! I fell off.
Here I go.
Ow. But yeah, due to specialized circumstances, I won't be streaming next week Thursday as normally planned, since my mom and stepdad had called in a favor to watch over the house. So yeah, there's not gonna be any Thursday streams.
Running late.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
So yeah, that is when I will be on Twitch next week.
All right, this should be
Friday.
good. Get ready and jump.
What? Oh, is that supposed to happen? I guess that was supposed to happen.
Backed into a corner, huh?
Yep, that was supposed to happen. Cool.
We've got you this time.
Just in my eye.
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
Why, thank you.
How did we lose him?
Goodness knows.
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Oh?
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading.
Oh boy.
Ah, they're gonna eat us. Gonna eat us. Eat us.
Yep.
Ungrateful humans. At this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much?
Because we need to live.
My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumero knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption! Ah!
Okay.
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Seems like it.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
And It seems like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Yeah, seems like it.
So his following didn't last long.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it didn't last very
Which
long.
explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, for who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so
Literally.
that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now why it's gotta be us.
Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my
Alright.
theory.
Then let's find this mushroom.
Yeah. Right. Where's the next area we go, I guess?
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing to face Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
Most certainly not.
Useless. Boring.
Alright, here we go.
It's fine. Evil conquering.
Wait.
Worthless.
Oh, we're using Sumeru's music.
Worthless.
Well, that kind of confirms that
So you made it this far.
the mushrooms from Sumeru.
In that case,
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Justice o'clock! Oof! Headbutt!
Wait. Dang it. There we go.
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom. We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding him a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are.
We
so
did
have to
calculations, that was
stop
off by a
you.
factor of 10, so it's now roughly 14 minutes. Okay,
it would
cool.
seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects.
Not a
Still,
future
you're
subject.
overlooking a very important detail.
The fact I'm extremely
Did you
stubborn on
think
the
I was
subject,
running
and
away
there's
because I was
no
scared?
way
Oh,
in
this is a world of
heck
my
I'm
creation.
going to
My will rules supreme.
become your servant or whatever.
schemes have been exposed, you say? No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
That would be...
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name.
That would be...
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So you're a god.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon war.
Then why didn't you become one of the seven?
You have no food in which to satiate your hunger. No means with which to counter the hordes of
Okay,
monsters.
getting annoyed.
Just one word, and you... No matter. My plan... What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into
Had a
green
feeling.
mushrooms very soon.
That's concerning.
And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat.
So you
And
tricked
you
us.
delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my
see.
plan all along.
I see,
So,
says
you
the
kept
blind
running
man
away
to the
from us
deaf
because
dog.
you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then,
I mean,
I shall reclaim my dignity and status
fair,
as a god.
but
achieve victory in
the
the
people of the
Archon
Collective of Plenty
War,
were taught to
and
pick those
take revenge
immediately.
on Sumeru.
To pick and consume them right
You have
away.
no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Yeah, it happened like 500 years. It
Nonsense.
ended 500
Is that
years
not
ago.
the source of your suffering?
No.
All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection
You're in the
of a
nation
god.
of war. Of
Pretty sure
course
you're
there's going to
talking
be
about the
talk
war
about
against the
war.
Abyss.
In the literal nation of war.
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Yeah, it was
I
rough.
see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me.
No, you're just
You
exceedingly
know,
out of touch.
My original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden.
Getting
but now,
annoyed.
the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start.
What did you say?
We weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your
The
only
Traveler
option.
explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a special constitution, which made it easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
Yeah, we could literally
I
just
may not have
vamoose
my
whenever we
former
want.
strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terra Shroom.
I've
Because
killed
you
way too many
definitely
of those.
can't. Right?
Forget about
Get
them.
out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Yuppers.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly
No
be that
bluff.
powerful. And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
Alright. Oh, cutscene.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms.
Yeah.
A trolley! Get ready to feast!
I had a feeling.
Ooh.
Of course, this time's gonna be super glitched out. Or lag. It's your time to shine, Varessa. Oh, we got her seal of approval.
More, please.
The little...
Guess it's time to dig in.
Oh, even the Saurian and the Fatui too? Jeez.
Stop this at once!
No.
What a great meal.
Excuse me?
Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
We...
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms.
Yeah.
Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
Alright, yeah, let's fill him in.
Someone planted a god in Varessa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
I guess so.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon war.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes
Really?
up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varessa.
Natlin was never a part of the Archon War.
Are you serious?
Well, that's a big lore
Of course.
drop.
The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Makes sense, I
Yep, that
guess.
checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Yeah.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
Oh, for sure.
Now, it can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day.
Fair enough.
Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh.
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe.
Nice.
And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero, and it was all you through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal.
Ain't it though?
But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god.
That's a pretty...
Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, that definitely
But
seems
if
like
we're headed to the
a
academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
good strategy.
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Oh, for sure. Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild?
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Alright, head to the stadium to seek help. Boop. Shake. Boop to it. He's probably really tired. Alright. Let's talk to Adventurers Guild Catherine, to Nalan's, Catherine.
Oh, Catherine's back. And isn't that Tainari?
Hey, Tainari! Sino's
Word from
boyfriend.
the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
It's been a while, dude. What's up? It's been a while, you two. So you're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi?
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Looks like Tainari's muted too. Of course, to those in the Murta Darshan, his case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to his number of clones, so at one point he possessed a truly fearsome form. But as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller until he couldn't hold on to physical form at all. And so he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones.
The mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, in the interest of research, I'd prefer to send a few scholars from my Darshan to monitor the situation every so often. I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the Speaker's Chamber.
Of course. You're welcome
Yes, I
anytime.
know that people are playing VR chat.
That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though. You said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Oh, yes, there's a huge one beneath the chasm.
Zamarin?
You know that name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hyman calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge. Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
Oh, for sure, it's enormous. It took a long time for Zamarin to grow into this form. Luckily, Zamarin isn't a green cat mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there's a connection
We
between
should
them
go
anymore.
see Zamarin one of these days.
I'd rather
Ooh,
not,
I'll
but
come.
sure.
It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Fair enough. Friendly is right, so this one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
And bam! As predicted, we finished up the Tribal Chronicle before 2 hours have passed. And, as a bonus... Well, kind of. If we get enough books, we can triple crown! Yay! Okay, so that's definitely something I'm gonna work on. So, yeah, definitely by the next time I stream Genshin, Pyro Traveler will be triple crowned. Making it the first time I'm actually triple crowning a version of the Traveler. Excuse me. So yeah, Natlan Quest, boom. And now we literally just have to do one bounty. Just one! Roll over pyro damage, you. Ah, shoot! Yes, abandon that one. Abandon that one. Check that. There's something in my bag that requires attention. What? Oh. Ode to Tumaini. Okay. What's that achievement for? As the Pilgrim's Chronicle fills with memories, the story of Natlan marches on.
How absurd.
Yes, yes. Alright. Where's the signpost? Here it is. And we just need 80, so I'm just gonna do the easiest version. I'm just gonna do normal. So we can just
Take a deep
get rid
breath
of it.
and wet your teeth.
Here comes
All eyes on you.
Teamwork is strength!
The wind knows me. The clouds high. The birds come.
This was new.
You see, I didn't even need Xiao. And bam! Reputation level done. Yeah, reach 6 crowns in Overnight Story. Reach reputation level 4 with all tribes of Natlan. Ba-boom. You know what? After we... pick up this reputation reward, let's see about doing a bit of the Spiral Abyss. Because it did just reset. So, getting that taken care of would be good. So, the last Blazing Flint ore that we need. And then this. Boom. Alright, but before we do that, let's... Daily commission rewards. And some expedition stuff too, I
Ad
guess.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the
Well, I'm
Adventurers
at
Guild.
it.
Thank
So,
you
daily
for
commission
completing
report-
today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Daily commission rewards. Boom.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Claim all. There we go. Dispatch again. Okay, there we go. And now Spiral this time. Which will probably take like it will not take long. And then at the very end, we can wish for, we can do some wishing. Cryo-related reactions. Alright, so second half I always do an Archon team. First half, you, and where's Bennett? You. Let's do that one. Let's see if Streamlabs can handle me doing Spiral Abyss. It looks like it is.
Adorn my night! Disappear!
It's definitely good.
Worthless!
On the other side.
Rise with the sun!
Shower me with thread! Think you can get away?
Ah, you messer.
The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything.
And now I just let Destruction rain. Boom. Next. That one. I always feel a little bit bad having to fight the Saurians. Cause like, they're so cute. They're baby. So like,
One with nature.
I mean the adult Saurians I don't mind as much.
Teamwork is teamwork.
Because they're more ferocious and aggressive. But the hatchlings are baby. So why fight them? So why is the game making us fight them? Whatever.
Burn it down!
Everyone hold hands.
Boom.
Brace yourselves.
I see everything.
Screenshot. Alright, chamber 3 time. Also, I'm just now realizing that I haven't done Spiral Abyss on stream in a while. Like, a long while. Let's reduce cooldowns. Once again, we're forced to fight the children.
Useless. Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
There we go. Alright.
Hey,
Here we go.
Rise with the sun.
Alright, there we go.
everyone hold hands.
Okay. And now we're just gonna run around. Exit Spiral Abyss. And I'm just gonna do it bit by bit, because going the entire way is will just take a bit of time. Especially if I'm not able to do it first try. So. Alright, that should be enough for a couple of wishes. Yeah. Yeah, literally a couple. Alright, 4-star. Let's see what it is. Beto. And we just completely get a wish refunded. Three stars, so it's just fodder. What about this one? 3-star. So again, just fodder. Alright, last wish. Last one, last one. Damn, it's a 3-star. Ah, well. That's fine. Still had a fun stream. It was still nice. Still quite enjoyable. I'm still not entirely sure what the heck just happened toward the end there. But we still had a fun time. Did we not? Anyways. I believe that shall do it for tonight. So, I don't think there's anyone we can raid tonight, which is kind of sad. But that's fine. That is completely fine. Because we don't have to raid every single time, just every now and again. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before it transferred over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you haven't done so already, so we can get the meters at the top of the screen filled up, so I can play Persona 5 in a maid outfit. Small reminder that those with Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1-month subscription to a streamer of their choosing. So if you haven't used that with someone else, I encourage you to use that here. And as always, long live the rebellion.